This is not a universal vaccine. On the contrary, it is a personalized vaccine, not only for each type of cancer, but also for each respective cancer patient. Yes, and it's a therapeutic vaccine.
There's some absolutely insane news coming out of Russia over the past 24 hours, which they've announced that they were going to be launching a free cancer vaccine to patients in 2025. And apparently the vaccines are reported that they'll be able to treat cancer patients, right? Which is absolutely mind-boggling. But interestingly, they won't be rolling it out to the general public to prevent cancer. It's just to treat patients who have currently got it. And it will be personalized to each patient. Meaning, that obviously opens up a lot of questions about, first of all, is this even true, right? The reports coming out of Russia, you have to take things like that with a pinch of salt, unfortunately. It begs the question of, if you've got this capability, why not roll it out to the general public for, to just prevent cancer full stop? And if it can be personalized to each patient and each patient's needs, does that mean that each patient is going to, can the treatment cure all types of cancer, or is it just specific ones? Those are the questions that we're going to be asking and finding out, hopefully, in today's video. So let's get to the news first. Russia's health ministry claims that it's developed a vaccine against cancer that will be rolled out to patients for free. First of all, absolutely fantastic. Andriy Kaprin, who heads the Radiology Medical Research Center of the Ministry of Health, said that the shot will launch in early 2025, according to state-run media. Obviously, that's something that we need to kind of bear in mind. It's being touted by state-run media, all right? Not like free media or anything like that. Obviously, state-run media is very, very different, and it's very regulated over in places like Russia. So, we've really got to bear that kind of thing in mind with this coming out. The vaccine will apparently be used to treat cancer patients rather than being given to the general public to prevent tumours from forming in the first place. Previous comments by Russian government scientists suggest that the shot is personalised for each individual patient, which is similar to cancer vaccines being developed in the West. It is currently not clear which cancers the vaccine is designed to treat, how effective it is, or how Russia plans to roll it out. The vaccine has not been revealed, or the name of it hasn't been revealed at least. Obviously a lot of... I hate feeling like this could obviously be a medical breakthrough. This could be the biggest thing to happen in medicine in centuries, right? But there's so many red flags. If this came out of America, if this came out of Canada, if this came out of the UK, if this came out of somewhere from Europe, you'd be more inclined to believe it. But because it's come out of somewhere like Russia, it's like if North Korea announced it, you're a little bit more reluctant to believe this. You're kind of like, there's the reservations. They're not revealing the name. They're very secretive about it. And also, it's coming from state-run media. So I've got my wits about me on this. Similar to the rest of the world, cancer rates are increasing in Russia, with more than 635,000 cases recorded in 2022. Colon, breast and lung cancers are believed to be the country's most common forms of the disease. Personalizing cancer vaccines are designed to teach the immune system how to recognize and attack proteins specific to that patient's cancer. To do this, vaccines use genetic material called RNA from a patient's own tumor. So basically, it tricks the body into killing the tumor before the tumor kills the body, which is, fantastic. It's absolutely brilliant that this is being created. In the same way traditional vaccines use part of the virus to prevent the disease, these use harmless proteins from the surface of the cancer cells known as the antigens. When an antigen is introduced into the body, it should stimulate the immune system to produce antibodies against them, which then kill the cancer cells. Other countries are also working to develop their own personalized cancer vaccines. In May, researchers of the University of Florida tested an individualized vaccine in 4 patients, glioblastoma and aggressive brain cancer that killed Senator John McCain and Beau Biden. Now, I know I've butchered that name, so I apologize. The team found that the shot triggers a strong immune response in just 2 days after injection. Senior studies author Elias Sayer of the UF Health Pediatric Oncologist said, in less than 48 hours, we could see these tumours shifting from what we refer to as, quote, cold, immune cold, very few immune cells, very silenced immune response, to hot, very active immune response. And in the UK, scientists are testing a personalised vaccines for melanoma. Early results have shown that it drastically improved the survival chances of the disease, which is the deadliest form of skin cancer. Steve Young, a 52-year-old melanoma patient in the UK, has taken the vaccine as part of a clinical trial. He said, "This is my best chance at stopping the cancer in its tracks." Now, you know, obviously, if this is true, this is about to become the biggest scientific and medical breakthrough arguably in history, right? You know, for as long as I've been alive, I've only ever known battling cancer, right? But now we might have a potential chance at there being vaccines individually, you know, tailored to a specific patient, in which they will get their own body to be able to fight their form of tumour and hopefully prevent reproduction of that tumour, because that's part of the issue as well. It's, you know, it's somewhat easy to get rid of a tumour or to get rid of a cancer, but then the chances of it coming back later on are dramatically increased. So obviously those are the things that we are looking to do. But again, there's a part of me that's just ever so slightly reserved about this, and I'm not 100% sure if I'm, you know, I want it to be true, but there's parts of me that are heavily reluctant to the fact that this is actually the case. But, you know, across the internet, people are kind of rejoicing about this whole situation. You know, they're excited about the possibilities, the breakthrough, but of course, you know, the silence is almost deafening. All right, so we're going to take a look at a little video here, which kind of talks about the current climate. So here's a video that gives you a few more details regarding this situation. So the vaccine is said to not only slow the tumour progression, but also reduce the tumour size by 75 to 80%, which is pretty drastic.
This is not a universal vaccine. On the contrary, it is a personalized vaccine, not only for each type of cancer, but also for each respective cancer patient. Yes, and it's a therapeutic vaccine. It does not protect as against infectious diseases. It treats individually those patients who suffer from oncological diseases. This drug, this vaccine, figuratively speaking, is a little vulgar, but it directs the immune system of a patient against malignant cells due to the fact that this vaccine carries in its composition those changes that are characteristic at the genetic level for a tumor. As a result, our patient's immune system recognizes individually both those cells into which the vaccine has entered and cancer cells, and it begins to destroy them with the help of special cells that are present in our immune system, cytotoxic lymphocytes, which literally devour those cells that carry tumor markers.
I mean, obviously, very interesting stuff there. I'm really intrigued to see how this progresses and how things pan out over the next few days. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, be sure to jump to get the hell out of that like button, subscribe if you're new, and tick on my little bell to get notified whenever we upload. And until next time, guys, I hope you've enjoyed. I can't wait to see you in the next one. I'll speak to you later. Peace.